career high was a 57-yarder back in high school in his senior All-Star game, so he's definitely got the leg strength.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. This one's going to be from 33. Up and good. So Cal Poly on the board. It is now 7-3. And he was heavily recruited by some big-time programs, and Cal Poly was really excited when James did commit to Cal Poly, and certainly you can see why now.
Coach Walsh, when he announced his recruiting class last season, was very high on this guy, Langford, and shows why.
A 36-yard attempt.
Come on, baby, let's go.
Yeah.
This is where we got to turn things around, huh?
Yeah.
We got to have a kicking game now.
Falls forward to, because if this is 4th and 1, 4th and 2, wouldn't be surprised if Cal Poly went for it again, but now at 4th and 6, really have no choice, they have to kick.
A 47-yard try for James Langford. His long this year, 50. The Sioux have blocked a ton of them in recent years. They almost got that one. And James Langford gets Cal Poly on the board.
Two pretty good kickers in this game.
A battle of field goals thus far. North Dakota 6, Cal Poly 3. James Langford in for another field goal try. A 36-yard attempt. It's high and it is good. And this game is tied with 9:55 to go. 6 apiece. This is Fighting Sioux football. North Dakota's 6-0 lead has vanished. It's now 6-6 as James Langford boots his second field goal of the day, a 36-yarder. And that's a first down. They'll move the chains, and 1 second remaining on the clock here for Cal Poly. And James Langford will come in to attempt his third field goal of the day. From the 33, a 43-yard kick. Doug Shumway, the holder. It's on its way, and it is good. And we are at halftime with Cal Poly scoring 16 straight points after trailing 6-0, and the Mustangs go in with a 16-6 lead. 3 field goals today for Langford. He's now got 9 for the season.
Go, James. Easy money, baby.
Langford will come in to power home the extra point and make this a 14-10 game. Langford a chance to even this thing up. And he does.
Bill, we got ourselves a ball game.
You knew we were. You knew we were going to. Langford, good. 17-10. 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. And it is a fired up Cal Poly sideline right now, but they need sophomore kicker to James Langford to tie this thing up. Doug Shumway, the backup quarterback, with the hold. Langford puts it through. We're even at 24. Cal Poly has made up a 17-point deficit. Last week he was 3 of 3 against North Dakota. Hit a 47-yarder, 36-yarder, and 43-yarder. He has yet to be in a situation like this.
South Dakota. 30-second timeout.
Cal Poly will be able to attempt the field goal from relatively the middle of the field. It'll be a 40-yarder for Langford. The biggest kick of his young college career for sure. The Mustangs a chance to clinch a share of the Great West title. Cal Poly finishes with UC Davis next week. South Dakota still has rival North Dakota to play. That's their final game of the season.
Mustang players on the sidelines trying to quiet down the fans.
So here it is. Cal Poly a chance to take their first lead of the game, a 40-yard field goal. Doug Shumway the hold. Langford, the sophomore kicker, a chance to be a hero.
He'll get it. He'll get it. He'll get it in.
Can he do a 40-yarder?
He'll get it. Yeah. I think so. We'll see. Hope so. He's the king. Let's go, James! Let's win the game, buddy. Get that money, baby! Yeah, that's big money right here. Focus. Focus. Stay down, bud. Get on Uncle Richard if you make it. Money, baby. Money, baby.
Goes through, and Langford has given the Mustangs a 3-point lead, 27-24. Still 36 seconds to go, and South Dakota still a chance, of course, but they don't have any timeouts to go.
Going down in the stat book is a 39-yard field goal by Langford, and I mean, this is his 11th field goal he's made this season, but none any bigger than that one.
And he was heavily recruited by some big-time programs, and Cal Poly was really excited when James did commit to Cal Poly, and certainly you can see why now. Mustangs win!
Unbelievable comeback by the Mustangs in my time here.
The second half. Our offensive line dominated the second half, and I think that really was the difference. And give the PAT field, our wall team, we call it, James Langford, kicking a field goal like that, that's unbelievable.
This wasn't the first time you guys came from behind. What is it about this team that just doesn't give up?
You know, I talk all the time about it to people, and people, I don't know how much they listen. We have great young men, first and foremost, in our program. Not only good football players, good students, they're great young men, and their character. I think it's their character that gets it done for us.
Congratulations on a great win tonight.
What do you know? They found themselves in a situation where they had a chance to win the game in regulation, and they did just that on a 39-yard field goal from James Langford. The sophomore kicker is getting a lot of high fives in the locker room right now because he gave Cal Poly a 27-24 win.
And for Mustang fans, you can't watch this enough. 39 yards. It looked wide left from where we were standing in the press box, but it looks dead center there.
A 28-yard attempt. James Langford on the holder. Doug Shumway, the backup quarterback. And Langford's got it. And it's 10-3. So Langford will try. This one will be a 37-yard attempt. And he's got it.
Number 86, James Langford on for a field goal. Number 4, Doug Shumway into the hole.
She moved away and she takes it back from Wampo. Come on. What? Remember David was
Talk about a pressure kick. That's what's coming up right now for sophomore James Langford. He'll have to boom it from 37 yards. Eastern Washington does have a timeout, so if they decide to use it here to ice him, and they do.
Timeout, Eastern Washington.
And as James has done previously when teams call timeouts on him, he just sprints to the sideline and starts kicking into that net again, as you see there. He didn't even want to, he's got nothing to talk about with his guys right now. His job is to kick the ball through the uprights, and he's got to do it from 37 yards, and he's also got to keep himself right in the head. Don't want to think about it too much. Just get that motion of kicking the ball. James kicked a game winner from a similar distance 2 weeks ago against South Dakota. Doug Shumway, the backup quarterback, will hold. Troy Shotwell, the long snapper for the Mustangs, and he's very good at getting that ball back there. Not much wind to talk about. From the left hash, James Langford for the tie.
Come on, James.
Come on, Lang! Okay.
The left hash, James Langford for the tie. It's good. Second overtime. Now Cal Poly will start with the ball as this game motors on. 76 points on the board.
As well as almost 950 yards of total offense between these two teams.
If you're Cal Poly, I mean, James Langford's going to be your kicker for the next 2 seasons. And you know he can kick long field goals. He's a pretty good kicker. But you learn something about a guy faced in situations like that. And he's now 2 for 2 in the high-pressure situations this season. And so Langford has tied it. Cal Poly right back onto the field. Time extra point here for Langford now. You want to make it a 4-point game to force Southern Utah to have to go for the end zone.
Great second effort on that scoring run by Broadus.
Flag down, and that's going to be a penalty against the Mustangs. So let's back it up 5 yards and attempt it from there. Early movement along the line there, and still shouldn't be much of an issue moving it back 5 yards. Langford now just have to make it from 25 yards.
This extra point is crucial because he puts Cal Poly up by 4 points, so that makes the field goal, a potential field goal by Southern Utah, insignificant.
Doug Shumway the hold. Snap good, hold good, kick good. 4-point game. And now the ball will go back to Southern Utah junior quarterback Brad Sorensen.